WWE just signed even more big superstars to massive extensions, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Brock Lesnar, Gunther, and much more. Starting things off with the latest big news in terms of new extensions for WWE superstars. Earlier in the week, we went over the news of the reports that Rey and Dominic Mysterio have signed new extensions with WWE. Well, WWE has reportedly locked up some more superstars into extension deals, starting with Charlotte Flair. It's being reported that Charlotte recently signed a massive new multi-year deal with WWE. Reports claim that it's massive money when compared to her prior WWE contract, and it's also a deal that allegedly makes Charlotte Flair one of the highest paid women in all of WWE history. The report also claims that a travel bus was also included into the deal. Charlotte Flair will be out of action at least for 9 months due to the destruction of her ACL, MCL, and meniscus. But it looks like WWE has successfully tied down Charlotte Flair for the long haul, and she'll be spending the next few years of her career with WWE. And only a few days after the Charlotte Flair news came out, another major superstar got a new deal with WWE. This superstar being Bayley. Reports claim that Bayley and WWE have also come to an agreement recently on a new contract that will keep Bayley inside WWE for the next few years. It seems like WWE is making it their priority to lock down and secure a lot of their major superstars to big new contracts to make sure they don't lose any of them to free agency. So it's likely that WWE will keep the spending spree going to lock down even more superstars to new deals and extensions. There's specifically 3 superstars that everyone is keeping an eye on to see if they also get new extensions. Those 3 being Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Becky Lynch. All 3 of those WWE superstars reportedly have contracts that are all set to expire in the early to midway of 2024. And there's been no word on those 3 signing extensions as of this moment. So with all these recent signings going on, a lot of fans have their eyes peeled to see if any of those big 3 reach a new agreement with WWE. Drew McIntyre has been in the news for most of 2023, with the main narrative being that he allegedly wasn't so happy and thrilled about his usage on WWE television. But in recent months, Drew's usage has definitely improved compared to what it was at before. He's back on the main event scene. He's constantly a top challenger for the world title. He's fresh off a heel turn and has a lot more going on for him right now. We'll have to ultimately see if it's enough to get Drew McIntyre to remain with WWE. And for Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, all signs seem to point for them to remain in WWE. Just like Seth Rollins told CM Punk during their face-to-face promo, Seth views the WWE as his home, and it's been his home for a decade. He really doesn't want to leave. Same thing applies to Becky Lynch. Becky even took part in a recent interview where she flat out said that WWE is her home, and she pictures herself wrapping up her career and retiring in WWE. So with WWE appearing to be dishing out a lot of extensions in recent weeks, lots of fans are expecting Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch to be a part of the next batch of superstars to be extended. Speaking of big new contracts, Mercedes Mone, formerly known as Sasha Banks, is allegedly also on the market for a big new contract. Fightful reports that Mercedes' asking price for a new contract for any top promotion is extremely high, even a bit past Charlotte's brand new history-making deal that we were just talking about. So whether it be WWE, AEW, or another promotion, it looks like whoever may want to sign Mercedes will have to pay a pretty penny for her services in the ring. Mercedes is rumored to be cleared to compete in early 2024, but where she will compete at still remains unknown. Like we covered a few days back, a deal with AEW appears to be in place. Mercedes was even seen in the crowd for some AEW events, and the word was that she would be debuting in AEW as soon as she was medically cleared. But that no longer appears to be the case. A lot of fans have been wondering if some cryptic posts from Bayley, Kairi Sane, and even Mercedes herself could be hinting at teasing at a Sasha Banks return. But obviously, it's just fan theories and speculation there. Nothing really to go that solid by. So, Mercedes' return to the ring appears to be confirmed for early 2024, but no one knows who will take her up on that reported asking price. So we'll have to see what happens there. Gunther is in the middle of arguably the greatest WWE Intercontinental Championship title reign of all time, and he's defeated everyone on the card from top to bottom and continues to be the champion for well over 500 days and counting. But there's one big dream opponent for Gunther that he spoke about several times in 2023, and that dream opponent is Brock Lesnar. Facing Brock Lesnar is something that Gunther brought up in many different interviews, and he once again brought it up during a recent interview with the 2023 Busted Open Holiday Party. Gunther was asked about his early dream opponent for WrestleMania 40, and his answer was still Brock Lesnar. Gunther had this to say about the topic, quote, "I'm always in the position of, I don't have to seek out anyone. I'm the one with the target on his back. Whatever comes, comes. But ideally, I feel like I don't know if WrestleMania 40 is the time for that. We'll see. But if I feel in the long run, the one name I always bring up is Brock, because I feel like I'm the end boss to a lot of people. But I feel like Brock is somebody that perfected being an end boss, and I gotta prove myself with him in the ring." End quote. Even Booker T hyped up the dream match of Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. Booker T called it a man's man matchup. He said that anyone that loves the business and loves wrestling should be interested in seeing this matchup. He said that the match would be a main event anywhere in the world. So it's something that everyone from fans to legends to Gunther himself is all hyped about. There was even that one moment that Gunther and Brock Lesnar shared in the ring together during the Royal Rumble that really felt like WWE was testing the waters to see how fans would react to that potential matchup. And the fans did go crazy for it and showed a lot of interest in the matchup. WrestleMania 40 actually does seem like a pretty realistic location for this match to take place at. Gunther has already done it all and defeated everyone during his title reign, while Brock Lesnar, in this state of his career, has pretty much done all there is, except to face Gunther and chase after the Intercontinental title. So in a way, they both can benefit from each other. It gives Gunther his big dream match, and it gives him a big new threat for his Intercontinental Championship, while also giving Brock Lesnar an exciting new matchup and direction as well that we've never seen from him before. So it seems like the possibility of seeing Gunther versus Brock Lesnar take place in WWE is very high. It just seems like a match that they just have to get to eventually. But the only question that remains unanswered is when exactly will this match take place? Will we see the match go down at WrestleMania 40, SummerSlam, or even later? That's something that fans will most definitely be on the lookout for. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.